Miffy was playing in the garden with her ball when Poppy Pig's niece Grunty came running over to Miffy's house. "Miffy! Miffy!" shouted Grunty. "Let's play hide and seek." "That's a great game, Grunty," said Miffy. "But there are only 2 of us. We need more than 2 people to play hide and seek." "Look, Miffy, here is Snuffy." "Let's go and get Boris and Barbara Bear. Then there will be 4 of us, and Snuffy will be able to watch us play hide and seek." They all went off to the forest. Soon they arrived at Boris and Barbara Bear's beautiful wooden house. "Hello, Boris. Hello, Barbara. After you finish your work, would you like to play hide and seek with us?" "Yes," said Boris. "We would love to play hide and seek with you. We have finished cutting the logs now, so we can play. Let's start. Who will be the seeker?" "No, Snuffy," said Miffy. "That wouldn't be fair. You could sniff around and find us too easily. You can have fun just watching us play. I'll be the first seeker, and everyone else can hide." Miffy turned her back and slowly began counting to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Miffy opened her eyes and shouted, "Here I come! Ready or not!" Miffy began to search the forest. Meanwhile, Snuffy ran up to a tree and began to bark. Boris came out from behind the tree. "That's not fair, Snuffy. Miffy is supposed to find us." Then Barbara and Grunty came out from behind the trees where they were hiding. "Now we have to start all over again," they said. "Yes," said Miffy. "You're not supposed to be the seeker, Snuffy. You're not supposed to bark. You must stay quiet and let me look for everyone who is hiding." Once more, Miffy turned her back and closed her eyes, while Boris, Barbara and Grunty all ran off to hide. This time, Snuffy was very quiet. "Here I come, ready or not!" shouted Miffy. She began to look behind every tree. "I see you, Boris." "I see you, Grunty." Wherever she looked, Miffy could not find Barbara. Where was she? "I'm worried that Barbara may be lost," said Miffy. "I've looked behind every tree. Now you can bark, Snuffy. Help us find Barbara." Snuffy ran straight to one tree and began to bark loudly. But Barbara wasn't there. Snuffy carried on barking. They all looked up. Sure enough, there was Barbara on a branch way up in the tree. "What a great place to hide," said Miffy. "Without Snuffy, I would never have found you." In Miffy's schoolroom, there was a plain white wall. Miffy raised her hand and asked her teacher, "Wouldn't it be nice if we could decorate the wall with some pretty paintings? We can make some pictures and put them up on the white wall." "That's a great idea, Miffy," said her teacher. The teacher handed out paper, pencils and paints. Soon everybody was busy drawing. Miffy drew a lovely flower. Melanie made some drawings of seashells. Aggie drew a fish. Winnie drew a boat with flags on it. Miffy used yellow paint for her flower and green paint for the stem and leaves. Aggie painted her fish with blue and yellow stripes. Winnie coloured her boat blue. She painted the flags red, yellow and blue. "I don't know what to draw next," said Melanie when her picture was finished. "Neither do I," said Winnie. "But we need lots more pictures to cover the wall," said Miffy. "Come on, children," said their teacher. "It's a lovely day outside. Bring your drawing things and let's go outdoors. You will find many things to draw if you look around." Soon the children were looking all over the playground. Miffy found some more colourful flowers to draw. Melanie drew a picture of a tiny red butterfly. And Winnie made a drawing of a very large tree. There were many different things to draw outside. At the end of the afternoon, the children had made lots of different drawings. The teacher was very happy with all the new pictures for the wall. But would they all fit? "We must be careful to put all of the paintings close together, so that there will be enough room for all of them," she said. But there was not enough room, and some of the children were disappointed that their paintings were not on the wall. Melanie raised her hand. "I've an idea," she said. "Why don't we change the paintings every day so that everyone can have a chance to put their painting on the wall?" "What a good idea, Melanie," said the teacher. "That's just what we shall do. And that way we can make even more drawings." All the children cheered. Miffy said, "Now it will be more fun than ever to study here." And this was true. Every day, the classroom wall was decorated with different beautiful paintings. Miffy and Melanie were playing together in Miffy's garden, throwing a colourful ball back and forth. Melanie threw the ball high into the air, and Miffy couldn't see where the ball landed. As she looked for the ball behind a tree, she discovered something else. It was an egg, a blue egg. "How lovely," said Miffy. She forgot all about her lost ball and looked with wonder at the little blue egg. "What do you think is inside it, Melanie?" she said. Just then Poppy Pig came by. "I see you have a blue egg," said Poppy. "Do you think you get blue carrots from blue eggs?" "I don't think so. Carrots don't come from eggs." Melanie said, "My granny says that blue eggs have blue socks inside of them." "I don't think so. You buy socks in a shop. Eggs come from birds. There must be a bird's nest in one of these trees." Melanie looked up and saw a bird's nest with a big red bird sitting in it. Miffy wondered, can a blue egg come from a red bird? Poppy said, I'm pink and my mother and father are also pink. Melanie said, I'm brown and my mother and father are brown too. Miffy said, maybe with eggs it's different. We know that yellow chicks come out of white or brown eggs. Poppy Pig lifted Miffy high enough so that she could put the blue egg back in the nest and under the red bird. The mother bird nestled over the blue egg and sang a happy song. Poppy found the lost ball. They all had great fun playing with the ball together. They laughed a lot. Suddenly, their laughter was joined by another sound. It was the cheeping of a baby bird. There it was, a tiny red bird in the nest. Miffy realised that a colour on the outside doesn't tell you what's inside. I knew all the time that carrots don't come from eggs, Miffy, said Poppy Pig. I was just making a joke about the blue carrots. Me too, said Melanie. Of course I know that socks don't come from eggs. Now we know that red birds can come from blue eggs, said Miffy. How wonderful! Miffy loved to play in the snow. She loved to ride her sledge down the snowy hills. She loved to slide over the snow on her skis. She loved to lie in the snow and move her arms to make snow angels. What she liked best of all was to make big snow bunnies. It was a hard job, and she needed help to make them. Who do you think came along to help her? It was Snuffy the dog. Snuffy loved to run and jump in the snow, and when she saw Miffy trying so hard to push and roll a big snowball, she ran up and helped her. They pushed and pushed together. As the snowball rolled along, it picked up more and more snow. It got bigger and bigger. That's big enough for the snow bunny's body, said Miffy. Now we can roll a smaller snowball for the snow bunny's head. Miffy made a little snowball with her hands. Snuffy was able to push it along with her nose. But when it got bigger, Miffy joined in the pushing until it was big enough to be the snow bunny's head. Now we must put it on top of the big snowball, said Miffy. No matter how they tried, they could not lift the heavy snowball. Just then, Miffy's friend Boris Bear arrived. "Hello, Miffy," said Boris. "What are you doing?" "We're trying to make a giant snow bunny," said Miffy, "but its head is too heavy and we can't lift it." "I have an idea, Miffy," said Boris. "I was taking these planks to my workshop, but we can use them to make a ramp to the top of the big snowball." Boris placed the planks against the snow bunny's body. The planks made a perfect ramp right to the top of it. Now they could roll the smaller snowball up the ramp. It was still hard work, but it was not so hard as lifting it would be. There it was! At last! The Snow Bunny's head was resting right on top of its body. Then Miffy went to find 2 sticks to make the ears. She stuck the 2 sticks into the top of the head. "They don't look like Bunny's ears," said Miffy. She had an idea. She packed snow firmly around 1 stick. She packed more snow around the other stick. 2 perfect bunny ears. Snuffy ran off over the snow and returned with 2 rubber balls she often played with. Miffy laughed. She pushed the balls into the Snow Bunny's head. "Now he has eyes," said Miffy. "He can see what a wonderful job we did. It was all with your help, Snuffy and Boris. You're such clever friends." Finally, Miffy added a carrot to make the Snow Bunny's nose. Now the Snow Bunny was complete. One morning, Miffy looked out of her window. What did she see? A beautiful kite was flying above her house. Miffy looked down the kite string to see who was flying it. Far away, at the other end, Miffy could see Poppy Pig's niece, Grunty. She seemed to be having a lot of fun. Miffy climbed onto her scooter and rode as fast as she could to Poppy Pig's house. "Good morning, Grunty. Where did you get that beautiful kite? I would like to have one too. It would be such fun. Boris Bear made it for me as a birthday present. Boris is so clever. He can make almost anything. Would you like to hold the string, Miffy, so you can see what fun it is to make the kite fly?" Miffy took hold of the string and flew the kite. She had so much fun that she could hardly wait to have a kite of her own. "Thank you, Grunty," said Miffy. "I will go and ask Boris if he will make me a kite." Off Miffy went, riding her scooter through the forest as fast as she could. When Miffy got to Boris Bear's house, she asked him if he would make her a kite. "Yes, Miffy. I'm happy to make you a kite, but as it's not your birthday, you must help me." "But I don't know how to make a kite." "Don't worry, Miffy. I'll show you how. We'll build the kite together, step by step." Firstly, Boris took 2 thin pieces of wood, 1 long and 1 short. He placed the short piece across the long piece and then held them while Miffy tied them together with a piece of string. Then Boris tied a longer piece of string all around the 4 ends of the wooden pieces. The frame of the kite was ready. Boris took a piece of bright red paper, cut in the shape of the frame. Now we must fold the paper over the cords and glue it, so that it will stay fastened onto the frame. Then the kite must also have a tail. Miffy took some strips of coloured cloth and tied them along another cord. She attached it to the bottom of the kite. It looked beautiful. Now we only have to attach a long piece of string. Then we can go out and fly the kite. Miffy held the string tightly and Boris held up the kite so that it could catch the wind. The kite went up and up. It danced in the sky. It was beautiful. Suddenly, it dived downward, straight into a tree. Miffy pulled and pulled on the cord, but the kite was stuck. "How shall we get the kite out of the tree?" said Miffy. She was very sad. Boris was already climbing the tree. He freed the kite and let it fall to the ground. The forest is not a good place to fly a kite, Miffy. There are too many trees. I'll take the kite to my house, said Miffy. There are not as many trees there. Thank you so much, Boris, for this beautiful kite. Miffy took the kite home on her scooter. She had such a wonderful time flying her new kite. There were 2 lovely kites in the air. One belonged to Grunty and one belonged to Miffy.
Miffy, 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 run! With her friends she's having fun. Snuffy, Grunty, Boris Bear, Pop